Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here live once again for another episode of the Weekly Win Streak. It's your boy TP3 Bets, and as always, I'm joined by none other than the man himself. What up, bro? How we doing today, my brother?
We're doing well. We hit the golf course, played pretty well.
Of course he did.
Yeah, absolutely. Got out there in the sunshine. It was great. Looking forward to March Madness. How about you? How are you? How was your weekend?
Man, it was motherfucking board, baby. I brought my broom. Bronny James for hitting the 3-pointer to sweep the board for me and Bro. With our backs against the wall, us against everybody, we cashed on the Denver Nuggets. Everybody liked the Warriors except for me and Bro. We were the Sharps, and we fucking cashed, baby. That's why we're the Sharps, and that's why everybody else is not. What a way, though, to have a winning day. Hey, what up, Travis? Glad to have you back in here once again, man. Another one. But yeah, man, Travis, you're going to like what we got to say tonight, man. We're all over this Celtics game, even though Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are out. So we got y'all covered there. But, bro, how'd you end up doing yesterday? You did pretty good, right?
Yeah, we had a decent day. Off the top of my head, I think we won like 3 or 4 units. Pretty good day. Hit some good ladders. We got lucky with the Denver game, so no complaints. I had like 3 plays pushed because I was Jokic plays. So half my card was like it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, bro, it's like I texted Bro, and I said we're not completely dead yet. Bro was raging. I was like, bro, we're not completely dead yet. The Warriors might not take this game seriously. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wish we had the 11. If we had the 11, I'd have felt a little bit better. But I think that we still managed to get it done, man, and pull through. So we were hyped up about that. A nice way to have a little winning day. And not going to lie, guys, I only have 2 picks right now. Bro has 1, but we're going to break down some of these NBA games for y'all and just kind of give y'all what we looked through for these. Then we're each going to give y'all, Bro's going to give y'all a pick in North Carolina and San Diego State. I'll give y'all a pick in, what time does this Alabama State game start at? Alabama State and San Francisco, PA. That game starts at 6:40. So we'll go through the NBA here first, and we'll make sure to give y'all at least 15 minutes to get that pick in before the game starts. My Hawks take on the Hornets tonight. Spread's 8.5, bro. We got no LaMelo Ball, no Karis LeVert, no Miles Bridges. They're starting Daquan Jeffries, Josh Green, Mark Williams, Musa Diabate, and Nick Smith Jr. Is there anything you like in this game?
No, nothing. Literally nothing. I looked at Mark Williams double-double. It's -270. His points plus rebounds is 29.5. He had 14 and 14 last game against the Hawks. It's just like there's nothing there for me. How about you?
You know, honestly, I would never lay this many points with the Hawks, but I mean, shit, might as well. I mean, I think the Hawks -8.5 is probably a pretty good wager here. I mean, does Charlotte really care anymore? You look at Charlotte right now. Let's see here. Charlotte lost 123-88 to the Clippers. They hit 26 3-pointers against the Spurs and won 145-143. Then they lost to Atlanta by 13. Wow, they actually beat the Nets and the Heat in back-to-back games. I mean, I just don't think Charlotte gives a fuck. The only thing is that the Hawks are just going to go through the motions here, but the Hawks should absolutely smack them in this game, so I would take the Hawks there. Next game, we have Brooklyn versus Boston. As we see right there, Tatum and Brown are out. Pritchard or White. We and Brobo were just talking about that in the green room. Let's see. It looks like Peyton Pritchard's at 15.5 points now. I don't hate Peyton Pritchard at all to go over 15.5 points, but I think I'm just going to take the over in this game, man. I need to look into it a little bit more, but I think I like the over in this game. I mean, it's like I said, both these teams are top 10 in offensive adjusted efficiency in their last 5 games. The Nets are shooting it really well from deep. I mean, the Celtics, it's going to be Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser. Let's see, who are they going to start at the 4? Peyton Pritchard, Drew Holiday, Porzingis, Derek White, Sam Hauser, Al Horford. They're just going to chuck threes, man, and give no fucks out there. I absolutely love this over still. There's still enough firepower there. So, yeah, I'll take the over in that game. I would rather back Derek White, I think. I thought Pritchard was starting, but I'd rather back Derek White to go nuclear in this game.
Yeah, I do like Derek White. And on DraftKings right now, nothing is available. Like, you cannot get a Boston Celtic player prop anywhere. Nothing. So they're probably just recalibrating, getting everything reset. I do really like Derek White. You could look Derek White threes. He's going to jack. Those guys, they're going to be jacking, straight jacking. But in this game, in this game, I don't know. Listen, I don't know why D'Angelo Russell didn't play last game. There's nothing about his injury status here, so I'm wondering if it was just rest. But I'll say this. What I really like is Keon Johnson. I really like Keon Johnson over 11.5 points. He's starting again. I mean, he's gotten 2 starts. In 2 starts, he had 15 field goal attempts and 20 field goal attempts. 9 threes attempted in both games. The dude is fucking jacking. And this is the perfect recipe for him to go off again. I hit a full Keon Johnson ladder for 5 units. All the way up to 20 points. And it's looking like that shit might just fucking pop again. I want to check out something, and I will have to look at it because Boston does defend the perimeter relatively well, but that's typically with Tatum and Brown out in the perimeter with Drew Holiday on their opponent's best perimeter scorer. So now I don't necessarily know how that's going to be distributed, but I still do like Keon Johnson.
Yeah, and I wasn't shaking my head in disagreement. I was shaking my head and laughing because Bro loves Keon Johnson, dude. After he hit that one, he was telling me that earlier. Now he wants to rock with it. I actually think it's a pretty good play, honestly. This game, bro, is just going to be like a chill, chuck a bunch of threes, and Celtics win by 7 type game probably. So I love the over in this game, bro. What are we doing here? Let's see what the total's at now. It's gone. If it's finished going down, I'm seeing 212.5. Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if you can get a 212 or a 211. It looks like 212 is consensus right now. We'll keep our eye out and see if it goes down anymore. But yeah, and then Milwaukee takes on Golden State tonight. They're 3-point road favorites in this game. Golden State's going to be without Steph Curry. They're on a back-to-back after getting embarrassed. Bro, you had the sharp look on this game, so let me know what you think about this one.
I mean, it's not an official play right now, but this line to me, when I see this, it just screams Golden State. We saw Golden State get embarrassed on national television last night by the Denver Nuggets bench. No Steph Curry, but yet this is only +3, and you haven't seen any movement since the announcement that he wasn't playing. Like, for me, this feels like Podziemski is going to come back. Kuminga's healthy. Moses Moody is playing well. Obviously, you have Jimmy Butler. Something's not right with Giannis. He's not been playing the same. I just something about this game is telling me Warriors. And once I figure out who's starting at point guard for the Warriors, I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm laddering them because the Bucks play. Damian Lillard is a fucking traffic cone out there. I tried to be nice to him earlier this year, saying that he doesn't play much defense. Dude, the last couple of games I'm watching, if he doesn't get that initial, stop after he makes one turn, it's over. You remember when he had to, weave somebody back and forth on the court when you're on defense? Yeah, he gets one turn, and that's it. After that turn, it's over. It's cooked. Forget about it. So I like the point guard for whoever's playing on Golden State. What about you, T?
Yeah, I would tend to agree with your assessment here. I mean, Giannis's points prop's 28.5, which is really weird, honestly. Giannis has not been playing well. It's 28.5. It feels like he should kill the Warriors, but is he? Probably not. So, yeah, I'm saying off this game, but I like Warriors money line as well. Then last game of the night, look, we know Bro's the Cavs guy. I'm going to cut it straight to y'all. Cavs ±3 tonight at the Clippers. Bro, this line is all over the Clippers. Feels like it should be 4.5 or 5.5 here, but it's at 3. I'm really tempted to take the Clippers. I'm not going to do it, but I really think the Clippers are live in this game. I don't think I have another 10:30 game in me tonight. Last night we had our max play late night on the over in the Lakers game. I had to sweat that down to the last 42 seconds. So shout out Bronny James for banging home that 3. But yeah, I do like the Clippers in that game. What say you on your Cavs tonight?
I got to tell you, I'm not touching this game. I might hit player props, but I agree with you. I don't like what I saw against the Magic. And honestly, on everything, hands to the Bible, I had 3 units in the cart, Florida money line, Cavs money line, and 3 units in the cart, Wisconsin money line, Cavs money line. And something just told me, like, yo, this is the team that can end the streak. This is the team the Cavs struggled with in the playoffs last year. Like, something's not right about this. And I didn't do it. And I'm so thankful because I would have gotten fucking slaughtered. Absolutely slaughtered. I don't like it for them. I don't like the travel spot. I don't like that Donovan Mitchell's not 100% healthy. Evan Mobley's obviously not 100% healthy. You're 100% right. You're the NBA savant. You're the sharpest in the NBA. Anytime when you say a line is all over a team, I don't care if it's my team. I got to stay off of it. I'll watch the game, but I got to stay off of it.
Last point to make on the NBA, then we'll go to college hoops here. I appreciate that, bro. The other thing I will say, bro, is like with that, besides the fact the line's all over them, is like what do the Cavs really have left to play for? I mean, the Clippers have a lot to play for. The Western Conference is jumbled up right now. I mean, the Cavs have nothing to play for anymore. Oklahoma City has nothing to play for. I wouldn't just be auto firing on those teams. I'm not saying you should fade them. But I'm just saying, like, those teams really don't have anything left to play for. I mean, it's not like they don't have the sense of urgency that some of these other teams. I mean, Cavs are 56-11. The Celtics are 49-19. That shit's wrapped. Yeah. And then, like, you look over here at the West, the Clippers are 38-30 in the 8 slot, 2 games back from. I guess they're they're 1 game back in the loss column from the Timberwolves. And they're 1 game back from the Warriors in the loss column. They could go from the 8 seed to the 6 seed, having 2 chances to get in the playoffs. So there's a lot on the line still for this Clippers team. So I think the Clippers, I would look for the Clippers in that game, but I'm not going to touch the game. While the Rockets are the 2 seed right now in the West, then the Nuggets and the Lakers, the Thunder are the 1. Same thing, the Thunder are 56-12. So pretty crazy right there. All right, let's go over here to college hoops, guys. We got 2 games tonight. I typically let Bro go first. Well, this time I'm going first, motherfucker. So, game tonight, guys. You like that one?
I do.
Tonight's game, guys, we're going to go to Alabama State versus St. Francis, PA. We got Alabama State's 3.5-point favorites. Look, I don't hate the under in this game. The under has gotten nuked, taking all the value out of it. St. Francis, PA enters this game as the weakest team in the entire NCAA tournament field. Took a late surge into the end of the season for them to get into the tournament. Alabama State is surging right now. They're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games. They're a huge defensive team. They're better than St. Francis, PA at damn near everything. You look at this Alabama State team, they finished top 4 in their conference, and they beat Southern, the number 1 seed, multiple times, and Jackson State, the number 2 seed, multiple times. Well, and they had to beat them both in order to get to where they're at now, and they beat them in the regular season. St. Francis, PA, they had wrote some late season magic to get where they're at. Well, their magic ends tonight. Give me Alabama State minus 3.5. Gets it done for us.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I tried to cap this game, and I immediately was like, I want nothing to do with this. It's a day to take a day off for me. But when I looked at it, I was like, it's got to be Alabama State or nothing. The reason I say that too, and the reason I do really like this play, is at the beginning of the year, they played some teams that are solid, legitimately solid. They didn't win any of them, but they didn't get blown out either. They played LSU close, UNLV close, Cincinnati close, and I think it was there was a team from the SEC, I think like Missouri or something. They played all of them close. So if you told me, hey, you got to pick this game, I'd be right there with you, T. Really like the pick.
Yeah, we got the college hoops guy on my side. Makes me feel good.
Really love it. Really love it. What the Alabama State? What are they?
I can't remember. I think they're like the Hornets, maybe, or something like that.
I might be right. And the St. Francis Red Flash. I love it for these kids to get a chance to get on the front, the main stage. Get in front of the people on ESPN or ESPN2 or True TV or wherever the fuck this game is being played. It's in Dayton, Ohio boy. Really, really like that. Who would Alabama State play if they win? Duke?
I think Auburn.
Okay, Auburn. Got it. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Interesting. Dude, I've tried to find every way to get Auburn out of the tournament. I think they're It's just gonna. It's here we go again, and I got the perfect. We'll talk about it as the tournament starts. But guys, TP3 is onto something there. You can the line's moving, and sharp money is definitely on Alabama State. In terms of this game that I got for you, I just people are trying to get cute with this play. And March Madness has upsets, and I get that, and that's part of the allure of it. But this just ain't it for me. It ain't it. I'm taking North Carolina -4.5. Now, you've seen line movement. It's been basically at 4.5 all day today, but it was at 4.5 -118. It dropped all the way down to -105 at 4.5. Now it's back up to, I think, -115 or -112. I just think this comes down to two things. It comes down to what have you done for me lately and style play. San Diego State 4-6 against the spread in the last 10. UNC 8-2 against the spread in the last 10. San Diego State wants to slow this game down. And if it's fast paced, they have no chance. They have no chance. And that's why this game is either going to be a blowout in favor of North Carolina or North Carolina is going to lose straight up. But I don't think San Diego State has the tools to slow down North Carolina because they foul at a crazy rate. They're 289th in opponent free throw rate. They are 354th out of 364 qualified teams in opponent 3-point rate. And we've seen North Carolina firing threes, scoring a ton of points these last couple weeks. None of that is good for them. And on top of that, they are terrible on the glass. And North Carolina rebounds really, really well. I just don't see a way South Dakota. I don't see a way that San Diego State can slow down this game to a degree where they can cover. I like North Carolina, and I like them minus the points. What do you say, T?
We like the Tar Heels, baby, in this game. I agree with everything Brobo said. I mean, it's a huge defensive team versus a huge offensive team. I think offense is going to win here in this game. And for what it's worth, the Mountain West is, I believe, 6-26-2 against the spread when they're double-digit seeds.
Wow.
Yeah, bro, not a good spot for them.
That is a very – where did he find that nugget of knowledge? That's like a diamond right out of the mine there.
Hey, man, I'm full of them.
Is there any other college hoops games that you looked at today that you were going to take?
I like Georgia Tech kind of in the NIT, but I mean, I think 6.5, kind of all the value's gone out of that number. But I still wouldn't be shocked if Georgia Tech smacked the crap out of Jacksonville State. I mean, I was really hoping Jacksonville State was going to make the field of 64. I was going to be taking out a loan to bet against them.
Yeah,
I watched them play, man. They're not shit.
They're not shit. Yeah, no, I feel that. There was 2 games I actually almost fired on. I liked Arkansas State. They're like really good. They play a really fast pace. They turn people over, but they shoot a shit ton of threes, like a fuck ton. And dude, every once in a while, you'll just catch a game where they can't hit a shot and they get blown out by like 30. So I stayed off that one. And then Stanford against Cal State, Northridge or whatever the fuck they are.
Mm-hmm.
Stanford was semi-solid.
I like that big man.
Yeah. And Torvik had this at 9.5. It's still at 6.5 on DraftKings. But something about it, I just feel like those bigger schools, once they realize they're not in a tournament, they don't have much. They don't give a fuck. They're just like, whatever. We're just here to play.
Yeah, I don't hate Stanford at all in that game. I thought about parlaying Georgia Tech and Stanford.
Wow, T with the parlay? Holy fuckoli.
Yeah, we didn't do it, though. Fuck that. Fuck parlays. Fuck a parlay.
What's that?
I said, fuck a parlay.
Yeah, it's, I kind of like parlays every once in a while, but you got to be very careful with them.
Facts. I'm going to throw a couple down while I'm out in Vegas, so we'll see if they hit.
They will. If you're local, you got to get the local juice. Has to happen.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. Anything else today we need to talk about, bro, before we get up out of here, man?
Are you still there? I got a call. I had to ignore a call here.
Yeah, we're still here.
I may have timed out. I may have ruined it here.
Can you hear us still? Can you hear me still? All right, guys. It looks like Bro is timed out unless you can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
I'm back. Yeah, full
You're back.
is calling me.
Oh, perfect. Call him back in a second. All right. Anything else before we get up out of here?
I don't have a ton. The one thing I did want to ask you is if you had any leans for the 2 games tomorrow. I think it's Xavier in Texas and I think there's one other game. Isn't it like a dog shit game though?
All right, here you go. The SEC is 88.9% when entering conference play this last season. The SEC's win percentage the SEC went 185-23 in non-conference play. I'm not exactly a buyer on the Big East being that good. Let's not forget Georgia handled St. John's in the non-con. Yeah, we'll take Texas.
Yeah, it's very surprising to see them plus points.
Yeah, bro, we'll take Texas. Come on now.
I'm right there with you. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, super thankful for you guys joining. I, for one, will not be wagering on MLB for 6 a.m. That was not fun. Waking up, I literally woke up to the notification of my bet losing. That was the vibration that I heard that woke me up. That was trash. That's the worst way to start a day. I won't do that ever again. But T, thank you so much for your time, man. Thank you for sharing it with me. Thank you all for joining. What do you got to say to the people? What do you got going on tonight, T?
Man, about to go buy a suitcase before I go to Vegas, and then I am going to watch these games, and then tomorrow I'll be packing my bags to catch my flight.
Bang. All the way across the fucking country.
You already know, son. What about you? What you get into tonight?
I don't know now. I got to figure out what I'm going to eat. I thought I was eating somewhere else, and now I'm not. I don't have anything thought out, so I got to make some magic happen here. But watching the games, hanging out.
Hey, let's go. All right, guys. We appreciate everyone who came in here and watched this episode today. Bro, let's have a